We are now live on YouTube. This is the Magistrate Court first appearance. I have already read the rights and responsibilities to all inmates. Before me is Jonathan Leva. Sir, you are charged with battery and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Can you hear me, Madam Interpreter?
You were breaking up, Judge. I apologize.
Hold on, there's a little feedback. I think it's because of my transmission. Give me 1 second. Let's try that one more time, Madam Interpreter. Sir, you are charged with battery and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree.
Señora, usted se le acusa de agresión corporal y crueldad infantil en el 3er grado.
Do you wish for me to read your charges aloud, or do you waive the formal reading of your accusation?
¿Quiere usted que yo le lea sus cargos en voz alta o renuncia a usted a la lectura formal de la acusación?
Lo puede leer en voz alta.
You can read it out loud.
It is accused that you did commit the offense of battery family violence.
Se acusa de que usted cometió el delito de agresión corporal, violencia doméstica.
When you struck your girlfriend, Yahira Montoya.
Cuando usted le pegó a su novia, Yahira Montoya.
With closed fist.
Con el puño cerrado.
Bruising her nose and causing her eye to swell and her upper lip to swell.
Y que usted le causó un moratón en el ojo.
Lip to swell.
Le pegó en la boca y esto le causó hinchazón. The interpreter didn't get the last one, Judge. You keep on breaking up.
Lip to swell.
Le causó que el labio se le hinchara.
It is accused that you did commit cruelty to children.
Y se le acusa de usted haber cometido crueldad infantil.
By allowing the juvenile Anderson Montoya to witness this.
Por permitirle al joven Anderson Montoya ser un testigo de todo esto.
Your bond is $7,000 and you shall stay away from Yara Montoya and Anderson Montoya.
Su fianza es de $7,000 y usted tiene que mantenerse alejado de Yahira Montoya y de Anderson Montoya.
You cannot return to 4233 Jonesboro Road, apartment E5.
4233.
4233.
33. No puede regresar al 4233 Jonesboro Road, apartment
E5.
E5, apartamento E5.
You may return with a sheriff's escort to retrieve your personal property.
Puede regresar escortado por uno de los alguaciles para poder retirar pertenencias personales.
You shall not violate any laws while out on bond.
Y no puede infringir las leyes mientras esté fuera bajo fianza.
Are you able to make bond?
¿Va usted a poder pagar su fianza? ¿Dijo que sí, señor?
Sí, señor.
Yes.
Your next court date will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201.
Su próxima corte va a ser el 6 de octubre a las 8 de la mañana en la sala 201.
Have a good day.
Tenga usted buen día.
Deputy, is that all we need for the Spanish speakers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Bermudez, thank you so much. You may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good afternoon.
You too, thank you. Before we take her, who is the young lady who needs for me to speak louder? We'll take her first.
Okay, last name Miller. Miller.
Thank you. Also, Mr. Agbe Davies will be reset until Thursday. The officer needs to amend the warrant so you can, his court date is being reset to Thursday.
Okay, that's Agbe Davies.
Yes.
Okay. Step up close, step up. You go, step up. All right. You read over here this weekend. They got enough money. No, he actually. Oh.
Ma'am, what is your first name?
Jaleesa.
Ms. Miller, you are charged with battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charge, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
What does preliminary hearing mean?
We'll get to that. I asked you a question, which was, do you understand what you're charged with and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
No, thank you. I understand.
Okay, so your bond is $3,500. You're to stay away from Tyranisha Hamlet.
Can you
Not return to 2070 Lake Harbin Road, apartment 8. You will not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Can you please repeat that? I didn't hear anything you said.
Yes, ma'am. Your bond is $3,500, and I'll ask the deputy to repeat it for me.
Yes.
Deputy, can you assist the court? You said you will repeat so she can hear a little bit better.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
Her bond is $3,500.
20,500.
3,500.
Okay.
You are to stay away from Tyronisha Hamlet.
Okay.
You cannot return to 2070 Lake Harbin Road, apartment 8.
Can't return to your address.
You said I can't return to the apartment?
No.
How, can I ask a question?
Yes.
If that's my apartment, then how would I retrieve my belongings or anything?
I will allow you to go with the sheriff's escort for the purpose of retrieving your property, but you are not allowed to go back to that property unescorted.
Okay, I understand that.
All right. And you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear what you just said.
You must not violate any laws while out on bond.
I will be able to post a bond.
Please tell her what I said.
Violate any laws, like you can't get in any trouble while you're out on bond.
Yes.
Now, regarding the preliminary hearing, I'm going to just set you down for a preliminary hearing, October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201.
Say it at October 6th, what time?
201.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day. Next will be Tanika Bernhardt, AKA Tanika Bennett.
Bernhardt. Tanika Bernhardt. State your name for the judge to make sure we're talking about the right person.
Tanika Bernhardt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with improper lane change, fleeing from police officers, reckless driving, no mirrors, obstruction of an officer, driving on the wrong side of the road, violation of the seatbelt law, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have your charges read aloud?
The charges that you just said, that was the charges, correct?
I can't hear you, ma'am.
I said those were the charges that you just said aloud, correct?
Yes, but I'm asking, do you want me to read the details of the allegations?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Your bond is $27,000. You must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
If I can get in touch with my mom, yes, ma'am.
Was that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses, which means you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
What is it? No, if I'm posting bond, what would I need a hearing for?
I went over that earlier, ma'am. So you can, yes or no. I have no bearing either way. You don't want to waive it?
No.
Okay, your next court date will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, ma'am. Next will be Akiria Bibbs. Ma'am, you are charged with DUI, hit and run, and serious injury by vehicle. Do you understand the nature of your charges and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have them read aloud? Is the screen, I can't hear.
Just have them read.
Okay. It is accused that you committed the above offenses when you were acting in actual physical control of a blue 2000 Chevrolet HHR while operating on a Georgia road of Highway 138 within Clayton County. The offender struck a pedestrian who lied injured on the pavement after being involved in a prior motorcycle accident. The offender fled the scene and failed to render aid to either pedestrian who was in critical condition with serious bodily injury. The offender was located nearby at her residence after a witness provided officers her tag. When contact was made, a strong odor of alcohol was detected and she admitted to consuming alcohol while at a nearby bar. The offender's speech was slurred and she had no recollection of the accident or striking the pedestrians. She and her boyfriend admitted that she was drunk. Field tests were not conducted. Implied consent for blood was read and she refused. However, a blood search warrant was obtained. As a result, ma'am, your bond is $45,000 and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Your serious injury by motor vehicle is a felony. So your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in 201. Have a good day. Next will be Angela Brown.
Angela Brown.
Your Honor, you know you have one more on the day before.
Angela Brown.
Last day.
Okay, I'm just calling them in order. If we get to the end and I miss it, let me know, okay?
All right.
I have some paperwork that I had to put in a little bit later. Just to be sure.
That's a personality, not that.
Are you Ms. Brown?
Yes.
Good afternoon. You are charged with simple battery. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading, or you wish to have it read aloud?
Yes, I understand the charges.
Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Rayshawn Stevenson. You cannot return to 4834 Summerstone Drive in Morrow. It was indicated on the WAA that this is your residence. As such, you can return with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property unescorted. Resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand your special conditions, ma'am?
Yes.
Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Your next court date will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Next will be Nellie Bird.
Who will be after her, Your Honor?
Dominique Collington.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She was Bird, right?
Yes, I'm Miss Bird. She can say,
Ms. Bird.
hi.
Yes, hello. You are charged with improper lane change and DUI. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I waive it.
Your bond is $5,500. You must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Nope.
This is a misdemeanor offense. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes. No. I
Your
don't.
next court date will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. After Ms. Collington will be Tashania Howell. Ma'am, you're charged with obstruction of a license, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and use or possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I waive it.
Your bond is $3,500 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. After Ms. Howell will be Navarra Searcy. Ma'am, you are charged with criminal damage to property in the second degree and battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have it read aloud? Your bond is $10,000. You are to stay away from Jalen Jackson, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond? Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. This is our last female inmate. Did we get to the one that you said I missed? If not, who are you? Who do we say I need?
Last name Bay, B-E-Y.
Okay, I do have Bay. Yeah, I thought it was a man. It was in my mail stack.
It should, yes, that person's next. Pronouns are he, Your Honor.
Okay, but you were saying did I miss somebody from yesterday? Was that who you were referring to?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Navarra Searcy,
Yes, ma'am.
you're charged with theft by taking and criminal trespass. You understand your charges and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I thought I was charged with criminal trespassing and
You're charged with criminal trespass and theft by taking. I will read your warrants to you. It is accused that you took the property, one vehicle key, one electric key fob, one house key from Justin Leonard Jones, intending to deprive said owner of the property.
okay.
It also alleged that you damaged the property of Justin Jones without the consent by damaging 4 interior doors and 1 exterior door of his residence. The court reviewed that your bond is $5,500. You're to stay away from Justin Jones. You cannot return to 5030 Old Dixie Road, apartment 67, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
By waiving my preliminary hearing, what rights am I giving up?
I already went over that. You're not giving up any of your rights, ma'am. Do you wish to waive it or no? I can set it down for you if you're still confused.
Yes.
October 6th is your court date at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Next will be Alua Turmi.
Next is who you doing, B-E-Y, Bay?
Maikai Bay.
Yes.
No, we'll do Akiri Oluwa Rotimi out of Wacom next, unless he's bonded out. And then
Your Honor, that last one will
yes.
be the first group. His pronouns are just he, his, and him.
Okay, bring Bay up. That's fine.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, Mr. Bay.
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with aggravated assault and battery. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I would like to have them read, please.
It is accused that you did commit the offense of aggravated assault and that you choked the victim, Tyranisha Hamlet, with your right arm. Did also commit the offense of battery when you pulled the victim's hair and ripped off the victim's dreads. Both victim and offender currently reside together, making this an act of family violence. Your bond is $35,000. You are to stay away from Tyranisha Hamlet, and you could not return to 2070 Lake Road, apartment 8. You must not bond. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask you a question?
I cannot hear you. What?
I said, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
As far as my living situation, if I can't go home, where do I go?
I'm not sure about that, sir. You'll have to figure that out. But based on the allegations, you will not be allowed to go back. I believe there's a high risk of offending. But based on your history, I've given you a bond. So you do not go back there because you don't want to risk what happens, as I stated earlier, in violating those conditions. Do you understand?
Yes.
Able to make bond.
And can I ask you what the 15% is? What up?
I asked you earlier. I'm not here to do math. So can you make bond or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Are we ready for Aluwar Rotimi Ado Wakun?
Oh, I'm trying, Azula?
Has he bonded out? Ade Wakun.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
Thank you. Next will be Howard Griffin.
Griffin.
Who's Griffin?
Mr. Griffin will be Brandon Howell.
Griffin. Somebody named Griffin. What about Howell? Howell? Griffin and Howell? Griffin. Go to the podium. Howell. Who? Jonathan?
State your name, keep your mouth.
Hey, Yana.
Yes, hello. Are you Mr. Howard Griffin?
Ma'am.
You are charged with simple battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charge, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Yes, ma'am.
You waive it?
Okay, I think so if you waive it, I won't get in trouble or something.
No, sir. I'm asking right now about, do you wish for me to read aloud the accusation?
Yes, ma'am, read it aloud. Yes, ma'am.
It is accused that you did intentionally make physical contact with Yvette Griffin. You wrapped your arm around her neck. There were no visible injuries. The incident occurred in Clayton County. The officer observed the incident on home security footage. Your bond is $3,500. You're to stay away from Ms. Griffin. You cannot return to 1304 Candler Court in Morrow, Georgia. Since that is your residence, you can return with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property unescorted. You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand the special conditions of your bond?
Ma'am.
Are you able to make bond?
3,000. If you get a bond, how much that'd be? 300?
Not doing math today. I told y'all that earlier. And I'm not being rude, but that can depend on whatever bonding company you use. So the answer to my question is yes or no, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is a misdemeanor offense, which means you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Thank you. Brandon Howell should be next.
Stationing.
Brandon Howell.
Yes, sir, you're charged with a window violation, improper lane change, fleeing from police officers, reckless driving, obstruction of an officer, driving on the wrong side of the road, violation of the seatbelt law, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or would you wish to have your accusation read aloud?
I understand, I waive it.
Your bond is $37,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I didn't hear you, how much did you say?
$37,000.
I'm not sure, I haven't been able to talk to anyone yet.
Okay, your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next will be Jose Morales Ceballos.
Yes, ma'am.
Break the wall.
You are charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I'll waive it, ma'am.
Your bond is $3,500. You're to stay away from Doris Ceballos and Jennifer Sanchez Jimenez. You cannot return to 1021 Ferguson Court in Forest Parkway. It was indicated on the warrant that this is your residence. As such, you can return with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, do not go back to that property unescorted until this matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand your special conditions?
Yes, ma'am, you said 3,500.
Make bond?
3,500?
Yes. Are you able to make bond?
Ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Be Christopher Thomas. After Mr. Thomas will be Gregory Brown.
Right. At the voting station.
Christopher Thomas.
Sir, you are charged with driving under the influence and open container. Do you understand your charges and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have your charges read aloud?
I understand my charges, but like I asked you, oh no, yes, I understand. I'll make it simple. Yes, ma'am.
So do you waive the form of reading of your WAA?
What is that?
Do you wish for me to read aloud the details surrounding your allegations, or do you waive the formal reading of those allegations?
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, ma'am.
You are charged with operating your 2015 Nissan Altima while being under the influence of alcohol. You were found asleep at the light of Riverdale Road and Flat Shoals intersection. Upon approaching the vehicle, the officer noticed a red, white Budweiser beer can in the car cup holder. And while approaching the vehicle, could smell the odor of alcohol. As such, you are, the court found that there was probable cause, at least at this stage, for these charges. Your bond is $15,500, and you must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
Yes, you said my bond is 15,000?
$15,500.
So, yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
You know what, man, I'm really not trying to upset you. I just want to make sure I understand everything that you're saying before that happens.
Right. So I'm not upset, but because I can't keep reading what's going on, I've already appointed an attorney to present you. So he or she will come see you. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and set you down for a preliminary hearing, because you're right. You do need to understand what you will be waiving. So don't worry about the waiver. I'll go ahead and set you down for a preliminary hearing October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Thank you. This will be Gregory Brown. After Mr. Brown would be Andre Bullock. Sir, you're charged with theft by taking a motor vehicle. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not Mr. Brown? Are you Gregory Brown? You're charged with theft by taking a motor vehicle. Do you understand your charge and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Understand.
Your bond is $25,000. You're to stay away from Raina McDaniel, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. Huh? Did he waive, Your Honor?
He is facing a felony. He does not have a waiver.
Okay, I didn't hear. Who is my friend?
Thank you. Andre Bullock should be next,
Bullock.
and then Gregory Carley.
Oh, Bullock is in medical, Your Honor. We're gonna have to do him last.
Okay. Has Mr. Carley bonded out?
Come to the podium. He's the one that first said.
Is your name Gregory Carley?
Yes, ma'am, Mr. Carl.
You're Carl?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I apologize. You are charged with public drunk. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand my charge.
Your bond is $1,000. You must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No, ma'am, I'm not able to make bond. I was also going. I'm sorry. I'm not able to.
I can't hear you. What was that? You said no?
Yes, ma'am. No, I'm trying to see if there's any way I'll be able to sign my bond. I am a shift manager at Taco Bell.
Okay, you don't have to do anything else. I'll allow you to sign out on this based on the nature of the charge. But yes, the answer is yes, because based on the nature of the charge, I will allow it. Go ahead and have a good day. You will need to sign your waiver, because as you are bonding out, you will be waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sign your waiver too, please. Samuel Corral. Coral.
Yes, ma'am.
And there will be Matthew Counts. You're charged with driving on a suspended license and speeding. Do you understand your charges and waive the form of reading?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $2,000. You must not violate any laws on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I'm trying to.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
What does that mean? I'm not understanding.
Because you don't understand, I will not allow you to waive your preliminary hearing. Your next court date will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. If you and he or she decide to waive it, you can do that at an appropriate time. Have a good day, sir. Matthew Counts should be next. After Mr. Counts will be Clarence Darty. Sir, you were charged with theft by shoplifting and theft by deception. Do you understand your charges and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have them read out loud?
Yes.
Which is it? I gave you options, sir. You can either have them read out loud or waive the form of reading.
Waive the form of reading.
All right. Your bond is $4,000. You shall not return to Walmart and Lovejoy, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Can I sign my own bond?
No, sir. Not based on the nature of these charges. Are you able to make bond?
No.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
All right. Please sign your waiver. If you do bond out, they'll mail you your court date. If you don't bond out, they'll bring you up for your next court date shortly, okay? Next will be Clarence Darty.
He's in medical, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So we should have Derek Fitzpatrick next.
Correct.
Sir, you are charged with expired license and driving on a suspended license. Excuse me, expired tag and driving on a suspended license. Do you understand your charge and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have your accusation read aloud?
No, ma'am, I don't need that. I understand.
I'm sorry.
I understand. You got to read them out loud.
Okay, your bond is $2,000. You must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Could I sign my own? Regardless?
Yes. Please sign your waiver and your next court date will come in the mail.
Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome. George Hayes should be next. After Mr. Hayes will be Jalen Jackson. Sir, you are charged with possession of fire. Are you Mr. Hayes?
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with possession of a firearm by a felon, violation of the seatbelt law, and defective equipment. Do you understand your charges and waive the form of reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
You can read it out loud.
It is accused that you did drive through a approved safety checkpoint with a red and color Ford Expedition without wearing a seatbelt, also with a tail light that was not working on the passenger side. When you approached the safety check, the vehicle smelled like burnt marijuana. The accused was removed from the vehicle. You were asked if you had any weapons in the car. You replied, yes, my wife's gun. The officer located a .380 caliber Cobra handgun in the center console, checked the criminal history, and you are convicted felon for burglary out of Clayton County, convicted on October 29, 2004. Your bond is $11,000 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir. Jalen Jackson should be next. After Mr. Jackson should be Joshua Johnson. Are you Mr. Jackson?
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with criminal damage to property in the second degree and battery. Do you understand the charges and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
You can read them aloud. I don't understand.
It is accused that you committed the offense of criminal damage when you intentionally damaged Tishiana Howell's Apple iPhone 11 valued at $1,099. You also committed battery when you caused substantial physical harm to Tishiana Howell's lip, her bottom lip. This occurred in Clayton County, Georgia.
cut off because it don't make no sense. 'Cause it's kept.
You drive, because this is your residence, you can go back with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. You cannot go back to that property unescorted unless this matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws or out on bond. Do you understand your special conditions?
I paid for the phone.
Okay, I've appointed an attorney to represent you. You can share that with your lawyer, okay? My question that I asked you was, do you understand the special conditions that are put in place on your bond?
Yes.
Are you able to make bond?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Oh, Your Honor.
Yes.
Permit to stop you. You cut out, like you froze when you was about to tell him his bond.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, he can
Yeah.
come back. Sir, your bond is $8,500. You are to stay away from Tashina Howell, and you cannot return to 5724 Misty View Drive. You can return with a sheriff's escort for the purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property unescorted, and you must not violate any laws or out on bond. Did you hear all of that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have a good day. Joshua Johnson should be next, and after Mr. Johnson should be Henry Jones. So you were charged with speeding, driving on a suspended license, and no insurance. Do you understand your charges and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
Understand.
Your bond is $3,000. Are you able to make bond?
No. I was trying to
Was
see.
that yes?
No, I was trying to see if I get a signature bond.
Yes, you can get a signature bond on these charges. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Henry Jones should be next. You are charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce, use of possession of drug-related objects, and driving on a suspended license. Do you understand the nature of these charges and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have your accusation read aloud?
Yeah, you can.
I can what?
Read out loud.
It is accused that you operated a red vehicle on a public roadway while licensed, suspended for failure to appear, that you did possess marijuana less than an ounce in the center console of the vehicle with 2 black digital scales and a marijuana grinder. Bond is $4,500, and you must not violate laws on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing, as these are misdemeanor offenses?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. King,
Yes,
Who
ma'am.
your master?
it is accused that you returned to Hartsville-Jackson Airport and you were given a criminal trespass warning already. And so they are accusing you of criminal trespass because you violated the warning by coming back to the Jackson Airport.
I stay away.
Excuse me?
I stay away from them.
I understand, sir, but it's accused that you did not on this date. And so because of that, your bond is $3,500. I'm going to reorder you to stay away from Hartsville-Jackson unless you have firm travel, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Your next court date will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201, and I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day, sir.
What I'm saying, can I go home
Step away,
today?
sir.
Can
No,
I?
sir, not based on these charges, but I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day, sir. Cartavius Lee. After Mr. Lee will be Terrence Minton. You are charged with simple battery. Your bond is $3,500. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the form of reading, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
No, ma'am. I understand.
Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Tanisha Graham. Do you currently reside with Ms. Graham?
Excuse me?
Do you currently reside with Ms. Graham?
No, ma'am.
You are not to return to 543 Savannah Square F in Jonesboro. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
You must not violate any laws or out on bond. You able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
What? Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh, shit, I thought.
Are you Terrence Minton?
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with a felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, use of possession of drug-related objects, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have the accusation read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $21,500. You must not violate any laws or out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yeah.
Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Casey Debussy,
Yes, ma'am.
you are charged with use of possession of drug-related objects and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have the accusation read aloud?
I understand, and I do not wish.
Your bond is $3,000 and you must not violate any laws or out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, question, the commercial bond, that's the one that's 12-15%?
The bonding company is.
Okay, yes.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Are you Mr. Odom?
Yes, ma'am.
After Mr. Odom will be Mr. Porcher. Simple battery, criminal trespass, and terroristic threats. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading of your warrants, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I read aloud.
You want them read aloud?
Yes.
It is accused that you did intentionally batter Brittany DeLoach by striking her hand as she was holding her cell phone, recording their domestic disturbance. This did not cause a visible injury. The victim and the accused lived together.
Okay, that's good.
But also, it was also alleged that you did damage the property of Brittany DeLoach without the consent with a verbal statement, pushed her during a domestic disturbance, knocking her to the ground, causing her shoulder to tear a calendar hanging from the wall. The value of the calendar was less than $1. You lived with her. And the last accusation is that you did knowingly and willfully threaten to commit a crime by threatening to kill her, which was recorded, and the recording was witnessed by Officer Grant. You live with her in Clayton County, Georgia. Give me one moment. Your bond is $27,000. You should stay away from Brittany DeLoach. You cannot return to 5709 Rex Mill Drive in Rex, Georgia. It was indicated on the warrants that that was your residence. And so you can return with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort. You must also not violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Okay.
Are you Mr. Porcher? Are you Mr. Porcher?
Yes.
You are charged with 2 counts of entering auto. You say your charge and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
Well, you can read them aloud.
It is accused that on April 29th, that you did enter the property of Miss Patel, which is a gray Honda Odyssey, and took a black deposit bag containing approximately $8,000 to $9,000 in cash. Based on video recording, you can see the driver of the Honda get out. Determined Michael was the driver of the vehicle based on the similarities of him and the driver, vehicle being registered to Michael, and his entering auto matching a very similar auto that occurred in April of 2020. Michael was charged with entering auto at the same location with the same vehicle with the same associate on that date. And I also allege that on September 25th, 2018, that you entered 2018 Ford Escape, a property of Mr. Hart, with the intent to steal a Lenovo laptop, a laptop bag, and a portfolio. You were identified off of a fingerprint found on a shard of glass located in the escape. The fingerprint was gathered by CSI and ran through the database, saying the fingerprint card. Based on that, you are facing these charges without a bond. Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Savoy Charles Savoy.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, the last person, did he have a bond?
No bond.
No bond, okay.
Mr. Savoy, you're charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce, DUI, and improper lane change. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading, or do you have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $12,000, and you must not violate. No, excuse me, because you have a pending DUI last month, so your bond will be higher based on that.
Yes, sir.
Find that you have a higher rate of reoffending. The court has to protect the general public, so as such, I'm increasing your bond. Your bond is actually going to be $18,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a opportunity to waive your preliminary hearing, as these are misdemeanor offenses. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Maverick Scott. I plead not guilty on all charges.
This is not the date to plead not guilty, sir. I need you to kind of just, you already came up before the Judge Cooper this weekend, so he can actually go back. I have nothing else to share with Mr. Scott.
My fiance for 4 years. I plead not guilty.
Hold on, where you going? You gotta talk to me.
No, I don't have to talk to him. He was first appeared this weekend, so he can give his speech that he's trying to give back in the cell. Have a good day, sir.
Continue to have a good one.
Thank you. Is this Mr. Shaw?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me 1 second. You are charged with 2 felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I'm waived the formal reading for my charges.
Your bond is $30,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, I believe so.
Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir. Next should be Bradley Taylor or Trailer. You are charged with DUI and failure to exercise due care. Do you understand the nature of your charges and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
Ma'am, I understand.
Your bond is $5,500. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the opportunity to waive your preliminary. Oh, you must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand that special condition?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Thank you. Are you Mr. White?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. You are charged with obstruction of an officer, 2 counts of violation of the Drug and Controlled Substances Act, so possession with intent to distribute and tampering with evidence as a felony. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Do you understand what you're charged with and waive the formal reading of your accusation, or do you wish for me to read your accusation aloud?
I don't understand the tampering with evidence.
I'm going to read the whole warrant to you. It is accused that you took off running from the passenger seat of a Honda Accord when the officer activated his blue lights and siren, or her blue lights and siren. The accused took off from the vehicle carrying a blue bag. The accused ran into a heavy wooded area. The officer requested assistance of a canine. Accused was later captured behind a home, checked the wooded line and located a blue bag that contained 8.2 ounces of a green leafy substance, suspected marijuana. That inside the bag also contains sandwich bags and individual bags of a green leafy substance. As such, the court found that there was probable cause for these requested warrants. You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Who do we have joining us? I see Michael Miller.
Mr. Yancey, Eric Yancey.
No, excuse me, sir. I was talking to Mr. Miller. I can't hear you, sir.
Sorry.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael Miller. And my apologies for stepping in so late. I have been trying my darndest to figure out how to link in, and I am here for Michael Porche.
Okay, we actually just did his first appearance, but I'm happy to share with you what the court implemented.
Thank you, Your Honor. I really appreciate it.
Give me one moment. My camera went out.
My sincere apologies.
No worries. But I know what happens. I don't know why my camera is, you can't see me anymore. Maybe it'll, okay.
You look like you're on a green screen.
Exactly. So Mr. Porche was charged with 2 counts of entering auto. He did request for the court to read aloud his warrants, and I did read that aloud already. For time's sake, I'm not going to reread them, but I did not give him a bond at this time. His next court date is going to be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201, which will likely occur via Zoom. But for right now, we put that on 8 a.m. October 19th in room 201.
Your Honor, if I may, and Mr. Porche actually turned himself in on a warrant, and he is a resident of Georgia in DeKalb County. He had been in, I think, previously, and he always shows up for his court dates. He does have significant ties to the community and owns a business. And so I actually have been talking for the last several weeks with the prosecutor who has been assigned to this case, and he has agreed to a bond if the court would consider that. He suggested $7,500 on each charge. And so I'm concerned that if my client is left in jail until the middle of October, that it will significantly impact his business. He actually has a commercial janitorial service, and he is very integrally involved in that himself. And so it would impact his ability to actually continue his contracts. And he has never posed a flight risk that I'm aware of. So I think that's my concern.
Okay, the concern with the court right now is that while he may not be a flight risk, I do believe he has a higher risk of reoffending. As you know, we take all of that into consideration. However, if you are able to present a consent order to another judge at a later date, I'm sure that judge will review based on what you and the prosecutor have come up with. The DA has not presented anything to the court as of yet, so I'm going to stick with the no bond at this time. However, if you do have a consent that's brought before, it won't be me because I'm not on duty for intake, but whoever you bring that before, I'm sure he or she will be able to review that and make a determination at that time.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your time. And again, I apologize for being late. I have no further business with the court, if I may be excused.
You may be excused. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. You as well.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Yancey, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are charged with driving on a suspended license, no tail lights, and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand the charges and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I understand the charges, Your Honor.
Okay, your bond is $5,500 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Able to make bond?
I'm gonna try my best. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. I will try to make bond, Your Honor.
These are misdemeanor offenses, which means you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
I don't know. I don't understand what that means, Your Honor.
Since you do not have a knowing understanding, I will go ahead and set you down for preliminary hearing, which will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir.
So I do have a bond though, $5,000.
5,500, yes. Have a good day.
Wonderful day, Mr. Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We should have a, Henry Bell, I meant to ask you, did Mr. Bell get bonded out or no?
DOTB. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And we do have a fugitive waiver that we need to do, correct? Mario Espinosa.
No, he's not here, Judge. I think he was supposed to be one person located.
I couldn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I think he has a, what did Tony say?
We have several people from the jail standing by in intake. He was added on my calendar as a fugitive. Can somebody shoot me a message letting me know if Mario Espinosa is indeed a fugitive that we need to do this morning or this afternoon? While we're looking into that, let's go ahead and do those that are in medication.
Judge Juvenile.
Yes.
I have to go to another area. If you could give me about 5 to 10 minutes to get set up.
Okay.
Those are for the ones in medical.
Okay, we will stand by.
Okay.
And I guess either Miss Bernie, Miss Adamson can check on the status of the fugitive.
Okay.
Espinosa.
Okay. Judge,
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna log in once I get over there, okay?
Okay, I'll just stand by.
Okay, thank you.
We're still standing by for the deputies. We are back on the record. There are 2 inmates that are in isolation. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are they together?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Did they hear my recitation of the rights earlier?
He didn't hear it. And this is gonna be Darty.
Okay, how close is Bullock to Darty? Will I have to read it 2 more times? Or
Yes. They are, yeah.
let's go ahead and get that started. Did you also hear that we do need to do Espinosa? He is a fugitive that needs to be done today.
Yes, we'll get him up
Your Honor, they said that he did not need to be done because he's federal.
They called us. They said he did.
Okay.
Okay, well, I got some information from intake that we need to do them, so
Okay.
let me know.
All right.
Who is this in front of me?
This is Darty.
Mr. Darty, can you hear me?
We'll explain it to him, Your Honor.
You want me to put him on the suicide? Yeah.
This is your first.
The other one.
I got some more ones.
This is your first appearance before a magistrate court. I'm not here to take your case to trial or to take your case to a plea. I'm going to merely read your charges. I'm going to share with you your rights. I'm going to set a bail in your offense, and I will schedule you for a preliminary hearing. You have the right to an attorney. You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are brought against you. You have the right to indictment by grand jury for felony and by accusation for your misdemeanors. You have the right to call your own witnesses on your own behalf through the use of a subpoena. And you also have the right to testify on your own behalf. However, no one can make you testify should you choose not to do so. And no presumption of your guilt may be raised if you fail to testify. You have a right to have an attorney represent you, and I am appointing an attorney to represent you. I have set a bond in your case, and that bond can be made by using cash, a commercial bonding company, or property. If you use cash, you'll bring the full amount in cash to the jail, or someone will do that for you. And as soon as your case is resolved, that cash bond will be returned. Someone could also use a bonding company who can charge up to 15% of the total amount of your bond as a fee for their service. That fee will not be returned. Someone could also bring forth equity, property, I should say, as long as equity in that property is 3 times the amount of your bond. You will have conditions on your bond that prohibit you from going around certain places and people, that will prohibit you from violating any laws while out on bond. Should you violate the court's order and violate those special conditions, then you will not be entitled to another bond while awaiting trial. New charges could be brought against you that are more serious, including influencing a witness, stalking, or any such other charge, and you could be facing up to 20 years in prison and $20,000 fine. Your bond is being recorded, and your family members may be watching to determine what your bond amount is. If your family member is the alleged victim, he or she will be unable to make bond on your behalf. I will do your preliminary hearing today. And so you are charged with simple battery, false imprisonment, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. You are to stay away from Crystal Norwood, Nia Norwood, Elijah Norwood, Morel Norwood, and Nina Norwood. You cannot return to 1020 Garden Lake Drive. It was indicated that that is your residence, so you can go back with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until this matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. Do you understand all of those special conditions of your bond, sir?
You understand?
Yeah, I didn't hear the bond.
Your bond is $27,500.
500. 27,500.
No 10%.
Well, I'll talk to you about that.
Are you able to make bond?
It's 27, 10% bond.
Can you make it? Can you make bond? No, Judge.
Court date will be October 19th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Okay.
Tony came up and said,
We are still standing by. Thank you all for your patience. Well, look at there. We're ready.
All right, Judge. Hold on 1 second, Judge. Hey, Judge.
Yes.
This guy here, he don't want to cooperate.
But he can hear you.
Okay.
He can hear you, brother.
Okay. Bullet, you are charged with theft of service of an officer. Your bond is $5,500. You are not to return to checkers. You must not violate any laws out on bond. Your next court date will be October 6th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day.
All right.
Now, are we gonna do Espinosa so I can let the jail go? The clerks, I know they're waiting.
Yes, Judge. We have to move out of medical and go to another area.
We can bring him here. Where's he? We can bring him here. I'll get him here, so we ain't gotta check it there. We can move over there.
Okay, I'll continue to stand by.
Okay.
Just mute that.
Do whatever is quick and safe.
Okay, Judge. We're gonna let him come up here and explain it to you. Come
She's
on.
gonna ask him that and
Yeah.
he can answer at that
Come on,
point
come on
anyway.
over. Stand right there.
She's gonna tell him his 3 things he can contest, so that should be easy.
Hello, necesita intérprete?
Yeah. I need a translate this.
Sasha, can we get Bermudez back on the video, please?
Thank you.
She's gonna ask him. She said she's gonna tell him there's 3 things he can contest, whether in fact he is the person named. So I'm gonna let her tell him.
Let me see that paper with your name on it.
Yes.
All the same.
What was this?
Is the car? This is a river driver. No license.
Whose paper is this?
I don't know. It's the police. It's changed my name. It's Espinosa. It's my name. That's fine. It's Mario. No.
Oh, you said he put that there?
Yeah. The Mario Mendez knows my name, right? This my name is Espinosa Serna Samuel. That's other. That's fine. That one no good. Not good.
So
We are standing by for the interpreter.
Your Honor,
Yes.
state your name. State your name.
My name,
State your name.
Espinosa, Serna, Samuel.
I understand the point that you're trying to make, Deputy, and I appreciate it. But the moment somebody tells me they need an interpreter, I have an ethical duty to make sure that they understand the proceedings. So I'm going to still go forward with trying to get an interpreter for him. But I appreciate what you trying to share with the court.
No, I wanted you to hear his name, what he was saying his name was.
Got it changed.
Miss Espinoza, right?
Yes, but it's different than what you're saying. The name that you have.
Mario.
So my name is Samuel.
He said his name is Samuel, Serna Samuel
No Mario.
Espinoza. That's what his passport says.
Okay, so he was brought in front of me. Why?
Because that's the person, I guess, they have him on an armband that says the name that you're looking for, Mario. I just want you to, because I don't want you to go on and miss the part where he's saying, I know you asked him if he's trying to contest certain things, but he's saying that he is not Mario Espinoza.
Okay, so when we get the interpreter here, we'll confirm all of that on the record and go from there. But I do appreciate that. So he's saying his name is what?
Serna Samuel Espinoza.
Okay, but he was brought before the court because you all believe that his name, not you, but whoever booked him in, believes that his name is Mario Espinoza.
I don't think it was the booking person. I think it was the person that arrested him.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the update. Stand by.
Judge, I'm working on getting you the interpreter right now.
Thank you, Tasha. We are back on the record. Madam Interpreter, I
Yes,
will remind you that you have been sworn in.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you please ask Mr. Espinosa to raise your right hand?
Señor Espinosa, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm that the information you give this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury, so help you?
¿Jura usted y afirma que la información que usted dé ante esta corte va a ser la verdad, toda la verdad, y nada más que la verdad, bajo pena de perjurio? ¿Así lo jura?
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your full name?
¿Cuál es su nombre completo?
Samuel Espinosa Serna.
Samuel Espinosa
Serna.
Cerda.
Serna.
Serna.
Yes.
What is your address?
¿Cuál es su dirección?
No recuerdo bien las direcciones. 63, 23 del norte, Core. North Cross, Georgia. Código postal 30093.
I don't remember the address very well. It's 6323 North Cobb, North Cross, Georgia, 30093.
Give me a moment. I'm having technology issues.
Un momentito que estoy teniendo problemas con la tecnología.
Have you ever visited the state of Texas?
¿Alguna vez ha visitado el estado de Texas?
No.
No.
How tall are you?
¿Cuánto mide usted de altura?
Bueno, son como 5 o 6.
I'm like about 5'6".
How long have you lived in Norcross, Georgia?
¿Por cuánto tiempo ha vivido en Norcross, Georgia?
7 años y medio viviendo aquí en Atlanta, Georgia.
For 7.5 years, I have lived in Norcross.
Is the deputy available? Are y'all still there? Is there anything in his file that indicates that he has been identified through fingerprints?
Yes, as Samuel.
Okay. So we are going to reset this matter to give the jail time to confirm that this is actually Mario Espinosa. In light of the fact that he says he has never been to the state of Texas, the court does not feel comfortable going forward with the extradition hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will let the interpreter explain that to him.
Que voy a aplazar este asunto para darle tiempo a la cárcel porque la corte o la jueza no se siente cómoda procediendo con la audiencia de extradición, porque él dice que él nunca ha estado en el estado de Texas.
I mean, yo no
For the record, for everybody that's listening, if it is found that his identification is confirmed, even marginally confirmed, we can bring him back on Thursday.
Yes, Your Honor.
Y para confirmación para las personas que están escuchando, si se confirma la identidad de él, de alguna manera se puede traer de regreso el jueves.
Thank you all for your participation. I believe that is it. Is that everybody you have from the jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Bermudez, thank you. Latasha, thank you.
You're welcome, Judge.
I will get the paperwork
Thank you, Judge.
as soon as possible. Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
We'll get all the paperwork sent to you.
Thank you so much.